Pushparnam Tigmaketum cha Pushparnam Tigmaketum cha Isham Urjam Vasumjayam Isham Urjam Vasumjayam Swarvite Vatsarasyeshta Bharya Suta Sharatmaja Pushparnam Tigmaketum cha Isham Urjam Vasumjayam Swarvite Vasarasyeshta Bharya Suta Sharatmaja Pushparnam Tigmaketum cha Isham Urjam Vasumjayam Buddhist
Sarvitirvatsarasyeshta Bharya Suta Shadatmajan Pushparnam Tigmaketum cha Isham Urjam Vasumjayam Svarvitirvatsarasyeshta Bharya Suta Shadatmajan Pushparnam Tigmaketum cha Isham Urjam Vasumjayam.
Any other notice? Swarvitirvatsarasyeshta Bharya Suta Sharatmaja Pushparnam Tigmaketum cha Isham Urjam Vasumjayam. Swarviti Vatsarasya of King Vatsara Ishta very dear Bharya wife Asuta gave birth to Shat six Atmajan sons Pushparnam Tigmaketum cha also Isham Isha Urjam Vasum Vasu Jayam Jaya. Translation purport by Prabhupada ki jai. King Vatsara had a very dear wife whose name was Swarviti, and she gave birth to six sons named Pushparna, Tigmaketu, Isha, Urja, Vasu and Jaya. Vatsara's wife is mentioned here as Ishta, which means worshipable. In other words, it appears that Vatsara's wife had all good qualities. For example, she was always very faithful and obedient and affectionate to her husband. She had all good qualities for managing household affairs. If both husband and wife are endowed with good qualities and live peacefully, then nice children take birth. Thus, the whole family is happy and prosperous. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanamshalakaya Chakshururmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam class. Here at Shri Radha Gopi Janvalavas abode in ISKCON Farmington. And my honor to be discussing the blessings of all the assembled devotees and all those who are assembled on Zoom, online, that I can share some inspiration based on this context and the verse that is being spoken to glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead and to purify my words, my body and mind. This is a section where Dhruva Maharaj's lineage is being discussed. Dhruva Maharaj, as we know, he is pleased the Supreme Lord. Within 6 months, he got the highest of aspirations. In one semester, highest of the degree he achieved. Because he was super determined to see the Supreme Lord and to get boon from him for becoming greater than even Brahma. Sthana Virashi Tapasi Stitoham. To Abhilashi, he was aspiring for a sthana, for a position that is greater than anyone that has achieved in this world. So if somebody thinks you cannot fulfill ambitions in bhakti, Dhruv Maharaj is the highest example, where the position that nobody else can achieve, Dhruv Maharaj achieved just by performing devotion service and extreme austerity that he took up. Practically he was so absorbed in chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya that he forgot to eat, forgot to drink, and ultimately forgot even to breathe. The Lord is, and the entire existence becomes heated up by Dhruv Maharaj's tapasya, and the Lord comes to give him the benediction. But when he comes to give the benediction, and when he sees the Supreme Lord, then all his desires are fulfilled. Then he says, I don't want anything else. I thought some position in the material world is the highest. And often people want to go to higher realms in material life because they are not exploited. They fear exploitation. The more junior you are, the more you are exploited often. And the more higher rungs of the ladder you go, there are less people that exploit you, and you tend to have more freedom. Srila Prabhupada, when he had gone to Macmillan Company to publish his first Bhagavad Gita, so he was talking to the accountant there. So he asked him, so what's your goal of life? So the accountant, he showed a pack of visiting cards. And he said, my visiting card is now towards the bottom. And he removed his visiting card and he kept it on the top. He said, this is my aim. That now I am low in the circle, so I am paid less. I have to work more, and there is no much respect given to me. I have to offer all respect to others. So once I come on the top, then I will be the one that will be receiving respect. I will be the one that is commanding how things should happen. So therefore, often in this world, people want to go up the hierarchy because of fear of exploitation and desire for freedom. But in spiritual life, the devotee wants to go more low and low and low. We have in Sri Radha Gopinath temple on our street, we have a restaurant at the end of the street, right in front of, there is a very old Shiva temple called as Babulnath. And so the end of our street, there is Babulnath. And beginning of the street, there is a pan shop called as Shambhunath. And between Shambhunath and Babulnath, we have Gopinath as the master of everyone. So there is a restaurant there near Babulnath at the end of our street called as Soham. what does Soham mean? I am that. This is a very popular word used in Mayavadi or impersonal, that when they come to Krishna, so they say Soham, that I am that. And I think in one temple, one Mayavadi came and saw the deity being worshipped nicely, and he thanked the devotees. You are worshipping me very nicely. Thank you. Such foolishness to think that can any human being stand forever to be eagerly waiting for his devotees' reciprocation? Radha Gopijan Vallabh are standing. We can stand for how long? 2 hours, 3 hours. After that we collapse. But the Lord is ever standing. Not just here. As Paramatma, He is standing and He is not at all callous. He is not going to come. Like sometimes in Bombay or in India, people wait for a bus or a train. So when they wait for bus or train, different type of responses you can see. Some are so like disgusted that this bus is not going to come for at least an hour. So they kind of sit. They sit and start to do their work or chit chat. Another is where they are standing and are talking to somebody else to see if the bus is coming. Others are so confident and so eager for the bus to come that they're not talking to anyone, they're not doing anything else. They're just there waiting for that bus. Even when some senior Vaishnava comes, we usually go out and we are doing kirtan. And as we are doing kirtan and welcoming, sometimes we have been doing kirtan for long. So sometimes devotees start to check their mobile or start talking to each other. But if those who are very eager, they just fully focus on when the car is going to come in. I'm sure I had experience recently when Radhanath Maharaj came. So Paramatma is having that kind of eagerness because he is not sitting in our heart. He is not sleeping in our heart. He is standing in our heart, right next to us, super eager that we will turn to him. And he has been doing that not for, for some hours we may have that eagerness and then lose it. Then lose that eagerness and do that. But Paramatma Krishna is, Gajendra explains, he is alalaya. Alalaya means not at all disinterested or lazy in seeing, in waiting for us to be taken back. He's just looking for that. Prabhupada in Nectar of Instruction, he says that once the devotee begins bhakti, once a person begins bhakti, Krishna will ensure that he will be forcibly dragged to success in the introduction. So, if we are voluntarily coming to Krishna, Otherwise, he will, put tests and situations where we are totally humbled, so that our only option is to turn to Krishna. When Draupadi was calling out, Krishna was not coming because she thought somebody else can save her. But the moment she realized Krishna tadakrosha ananyanatha, that there is no ananya, means no other person can actually save me. Agre kuruna atapandavana tushyasanena ritavastrakesha Krishna tadakrosha ananyanatha Govinda damodara madhaveti. That with great helplessness, akrosha. And that akrosha, Acharya explained, is not Krishna save me. It is Krishna I surrender to you. I don't have any more plans of my own. You should do this or do that. It is now up to you what you want to do. Marobi rakhobi jo icha tohar ar pilu tuva pade Nanda Kishore. Thakur in this vision says, Krishna, I am not demanding anything from you. All I want is keep me under your shelter. Because I know if I am under your shelter, then everything is auspicious. And if I am not taking shelter of Krishna and just requesting some boons, some benedictions, not going to happen. So Dhruva's eagerness was as much eagerness as Krishna to reciprocate once we are purified. And Dhruva Maharaj gets this benediction that you will get the highest position in this material world, you will get the Dhruva Loka, and that Dhruva Loka will be the Vaikuntha Loka between Maharloka and Tapoloka is situated, the Dhruva Loka. And there, Dhruva Maharaj's life, he also faces this anger. He becomes angry twice. Once when his brother, occupied his father's lap. Another time when his brother, was killed by Yakshas. And that time Dhruva Maharaj becomes angry and he goes. And Lord Vishnu had blessed Dhruva that he will rule the earth planet for, I guess, 60,000 years. That was the number. And with all his senses fully powerful and enjoying the material world, but still not forgetting Krishna. That you will not forget me. And after having such a glorious life, Dhruva Maharaj ultimately he goes back to the spiritual world. And then his descendants are being described here, that the elder son of Dhruva, who is Utkala, I don't know if there is any connection between this Utkala and the Utkal Desh. You know what is Utkal Desh? Orissa. Orissa is called as Utkala. So must be a connection with this. Because Dhruva Maharaj pastime, it happened in Kanpur. Near Kanpur, there is a exact place where the throne on which Dhruva Maharaj wanted to sit. So they made a similar kind of place there near Kanpur, where Swayambhuva Manu's kingdom, capital was there and his palace was there. But Utkala turned out to be so elevated. Naturally, his father is a pure devotee, and he was, but his pure devotion of Utkala came out in the form of being totally inert to anything material. Quite a contrast. His father wanted the highest, and when he saw Vishnu, his desire was not there. But because he had wanted, uh, like some devotees say, that Krishna, he somehow cheats people to come to him to give benedictions, and then he makes them forget their benedictions. Krishna didn't want such accusation. So therefore, although Dhruva honestly didn't want now to become, have the highest position, Krishna wanted to state to the world that I will purify your desire, I will fulfill your desire, but also purify your desire in such a way that the desire doesn't become a bondage for us. Else, any desire that we ask in this world, how it gets fulfilled and what we thought the desire will bring to us is totally in contrast. Like, it's a joke, but once a man, he prayed to God, Krishna. Krishna, let there be cash always in my pockets. Let me be surrounded by girls. So Krishna made him ladies bus conductor. So however that desire, in what situation it get fulfilled, we don't know. And once that situation we face, so this is not what I desired. But that's what you expected, that if you can fulfill this desire, once I have this, I will see situated well. So he turned out to be not eligible for taking care of this entire earth planet. So the sages, they make him the ministers and all the elderly members of the family, they make Vatsara into as the king. Sometimes even among devotees, we tend to feel that if somebody is organizationally very good, able to make temples, able to get funds or make very good, is very skilled in singing or in speaking, so that signifies or shows a spiritual caliber. As Prabhu says, many times we tend to mistake spiritual advancement with organizational advancement. That this brahmachari who had joined, he is for 10 years he has been doing the same seva. But whereas other brahmachari who joined, he has been now made the temple president or the GBC. So when somebody starts to grow, so people feel that he is more spiritual, therefore he is getting more blessings, more responsibility. Whereas the other one, maybe he is not that responsible, so he is just doing one seva. And then there is a whole competition to prove our spiritual advancement by gaining so-called INISCON positions. That if you grow in the hierarchy, then you are growing internally. That it kind of signifies, shows to the world that I am advanced because now people are arranging for me 2000 people's program. But whereas somebody else, they are not arranging any program. When he gives class, hardly anybody sits. So these skills that a devotee carries many times are because of the past piety he is having. How humbly he uses those skills and not thinking that I have this will make sure whether he is spiritually growing or not. As we have in ISKCON, many stalwarts were amazingly so-called empowered, but then sometime or other they couldn't sustain, digest all that focus, attention, glory, in somewhere or other, they fell apart. Just today in the news in India, one very big sannyasi, not ISKCON, the sannyasi has been imprisoned because he's caught with all kinds of some kind of sexual cases. Because once you start to have power or prestige, you tend to secretly harbor material desires. So Utkala is highly realized spiritually, but socially he is dysfunctional. With this, even Yudhishthir Maharaj, the Pandavas, Yudhishthir Maharaj, pure devotee, but when it came to managerial decisions, whether they should go for this gambling match or not, he committed a mistake. Managerial it was not like in the scenario, it was not proper because they were going to lose, and he knew that those dices were magical dices. They were made with the bones of Shakuni's family members who wanted to take revenge on the Kauravas. And to destroy the Kauravas, Shakuni had come. And he knew that, but made this blunder of accepting that proposal. And his reason was, if the seniors say something, ask you to do something, even if it is immoral or not proper, one should do it. Yes, there is an element of in that, but so Govinda Prabhu explains that spiritual advancement and managing a institutional expertise both are not same. They are two different aspects. So with ourselves we should not equate that. I'm not being given any position, so maybe I'm not doing my bhakti life properly. Or with others. No, spiritual life is a very, very eternal relationship with Krishna. It cannot be judged based on institutional expertise. Or even your ability to speak or sing or dress or cook. Any of this, although they are ways by which we express our devotion, in themselves, they are not devotion. Somebody may sing beautifully, people may be crying when he's singing, but if his heart is not pure and thinking, see, when I sing, and once I was a singer, said, when I sing, nobody can sit, everybody has to dance. That is the power of mistake. So if pride comes to you because of some skill that you carry, then we are ruined. Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj says that the devotees who are in the back, humbly serving, they have a better chance of going back to Godhead than devotees who are in the front line preaching and doing. And he was saying that the Matajis have better chance of going back to Godhead because most of the times Matajis are in the background, making flower garlands, cooking. They don't come in the forefront. Whereas the Bhagavatam speaker or a singer, usually it is males. Or even if you go to a house to take prasad, Mataji cooks, it is a Prabhuji who is serving. They come in the forefront. Yes, coming in the forefront is important, we have to do, but we should not carry that glory is mine. So that's why the advanced souls sometimes they tend to not share their realizations publicly. Instead of showing this, that five things are supposed to be very confidential. According to Rupa Goswami, one is our spiritual master, another is the mantra that the spiritual master has given, I'll just speak from memory. Another is the bead bag or mala. Guru, the mantra, the mala, our Ishtadev, and the fifth one is our spiritual realizations, our ecstasies. That's why Bhajananandi doesn't share, not open to share. But Prabhupada has ordered us, Goshtanandi. We speak even without realization. That's it. No? If Bhajananandi, pure devotee, is not willing to share what he has realized, what he has experienced, and then we are, as foreigners, we are not having any taste in the Bhagavatam, in Krishna, but speaking big words, big lectures, we should only surrender to Krishna without we truly surrendering to Krishna. Because they are it's like between husband and wife, there is the intimacy, it's not to be just exposed. So, the devotee is very easy. That's why those who are Bhajananandi, they don't willing to share. But we share because it's been ordered by our spiritual master. So to make others devotees, not to glorify ourselves, if at all we have any true realizations. The Prabhupada here is in this verse, how Vatsara, he had a very supportive wife to be able to rule the kingdom well. And Prabhupada mentions here that if the wife is faithful, obedient and affectionate, then that gives the family a very strong basis for the children to become wonderful people and also devotees. I don't have much realization on that, but it is important that husband and wife, they support each other in their life and not compete with each other. They cooperate. Vaha means Vahan, a vehicle. Vivaha means where there are, like flight, there is pilot and co-pilot. Both together, they take the plane. So for brahmachari, the co-pilot or the main pilot is Guru. For the grahastha, Guru is there, but because the brahmachari is supposed to be with the Guru, always obediently following the Guru. So that relationship, apart from the amorous or the conjugal aspect, the relationship that Guru and disciple have and the husband and wife are quite similar. Therefore, in Puranjana pastime, how that lady serves in this allegory, Prabhupada, he gives a lot of instructions how a disciple should serve the spiritual master. So we can carry that faithful, obedient and affectionate. When we serve as Guru, then there are Yatra Yogeshwar Krishna, Yatra Bharata. To spread the mission, not just Krishna is needed, but a servant like Arjuna is needed, who is obediently following. So, if we are supporting our spiritual master's wish or our local authorities, then we can do a lot. And there can be prosperity, which Prabhupada is mentioning here. There will be happiness and prosperity in the family if both come together for the common purpose and both support each other. We'll stop here. Take any questions or comments. Establishing the context only time and maybe tomorrow I will discuss more about this particular verse.
I have one question for you. You said that Dhruvaloka is in between Maharloka and Tapaloka, but it will be in the material world, right? Then how it is in Vaikuntha? It should be in Vaikuntha.
Krishna wants anything, he can do anything. Prabhupada mentions. For Krishna, material, spiritual, there is no difference. He can turn material into spiritual, spiritual into material. So, in the material world, the Dhruvaloka is a spiritual abode, is a Shvetadvipa, where Lord Vishnu himself stays. So, Krishna has wanted to be that we just accept it. Whether we understand is will take time. And Prabhupada was asked that in spiritual world everything is conscious. So the Rasgulla is very happy when it is offered to Krishna. So when the Rasgulla is eaten by Krishna, what happens to the existence of Rasgulla? When it is outside, it is conscious, chit. So Prabhupada said that you will understand when you go there. Okay. Yes, yes.
Thanks for the answer to say about that. Prabhuji, when you shared a point that devotees who may not come to front line for the backup while doing, they may be serious devotees, as sincere devotees, and who are devotees may be preaching, we may not say that they are sincere. So sometimes when we think of this, and I think of this, my mind becomes lazy that okay, I want to be sincere devotee or sincere serious devotee, so okay, I don't do this preaching, this because I don't go for book distribution. Like that, it starts convincing us. Prabhu, so how to understand the thin line between to be become a silent devotee and not to be lazy for the
Taking up
preaching?
service.
Because our movement is preaching movement, right? Everybody should go for book distribution. Everybody should preach, right?
Yes, yes.
So how to understand this? Sorry if it is ignorant question.
No, very good question. Sometimes our ego, Maya, tends to fool us. To say that if you are not actively in the forefront or doing this active, then you are a good devotee. So that's also Maya. Because it is in engaging our energy that we get purified. Else, no, are we truly serving Krishna or pleasing Krishna? We may go and watch some, say, video and waste time. So wasting time, is it sign of pure devotion? No. Like once the Bhakti Thakur, there was a devotee, was not going out for any fund collection or any preaching. He was sitting and chanting whole day. So the management became very upset. Everybody is going, he is not going. So they came to Bhakti. Prabhupada, he is saying, no, he is only chanting. He does not do any seva. So please, what should we do? So Bhakti Thakur looked at him, said, let him chant. Because it's not easy to chant whole day and truly chant. Not that we are just trying to escape. Like once I was in a temple, so one devotee was kind of taking care of me, helping. He was sitting outside my room. So I asked him, so now that I am settled, I have taken prasad, don't you have any other seva? No, no, Prabhuji, I want to be with you if you need anything. So after a few minutes, the temple president came. Prabhuji, do you need him? He said, no, I don't need him. Because I have asked him to come down to cut vegetables. He said, no, I have to be with Prabhuji, he may need something. So, but many times we tend to take shelter of something to escape a bigger task. So that shouldn't be the motive. If we are asked to chant, we are asked to chant 16 rounds. So we do that. We are also asked to assist in the preaching mission in the mode of servant. So we do that as an order that is given. Not that we want to show how enthusiastic I am or how good I am. So if the mood is proper, whatever we do, whether in the background or foreground, a devotee just wants to help, whatever it takes. If somebody else can do that service, we can happily offer. But if there is a request, if there is a need, then we are there to be the front person, to lead it. So the devotee is only looking at what will please Krishna in this situation. In this situation, will it please Krishna if I go out and share his message? And Guru is very happy when he sees. It will please Krishna when we take prasad. So we take prasad for that. Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasado. So the whole life by which it is driven is what will please Krishna in this situation. What will my Guru be pleased now? So we go by that, not by front or back. Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki,
On Zoom.
Samveda Bhagavatam ki.
If somebody have a question on the